Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Critical
Chat.
Vanguard's own Pokemon podcast.
Wowee. Wouldn't you know it? It's another episode.
My name is Tommy, and this is my good friend, Josh.
Wow, thank you so much for calling me your friend.
You're welcome. And this is my better friend,
Charmikter.
Charmikter. Don't say Charmikter too many times throughout the episode, because
every time you say Charmikter, you have to put Charmikter up on the screen.
It's going to be a little difficult.
Or hashtag Charmikter, I should say.
Yeah. It's going to get trending one of these days.
Sure.
So, Josh, let me tease this episode for you.
Please do.
We got some news that include Cora leaks and a giant trailer, as well as more.
As well as further confirmation that we were right at least a week ahead of time about some news.
I'd say 2 weeks. Then we're going to get into our segment, our Evolving Door Pokemon. Where
I wonder who that could be.
You might not even know.
I actually don't know.
It's okay, I got one for you. Mm-hmm. And then, in our topic of the week...
It's like a cough. Coughing! Is it coughing?
No.
Is that why'd you do...
Oh, because I had phlegm.
It's coughing, isn't it?
And then for our topic of the week, we are going to review
the new Pokemon anime web series,
Pokemon Generations.
And let me tell you, I got some things to say about it.
I have some things too. If you want to hear those things, maybe wait till that segment.
Yeah.
Stick around. Hey, talk to me in 30 minutes. Oh shit, that's your line. All right.
Give me a little news, Tommy.
All right, news. Guess what? On the same day that our last video was released, someone on
that's going to happen today, too. This is already scheduled release of the new trailer.
We have a terrible upload day of the week.
It's Tuesday. What can we do? Tweet us on Tuesday. Tweet us that hashtag Tuesday Crew.
Hashtag Tuesday Crew.
You're the real fans.
So last Tuesday, our video drops. Everyone's going crazy for it.
Of course.
Then someone on the internet ruins our buzz, and leaks some new Coro pages.
Yeah, but they've had a beef with us for quite a while.
The Coro leakers.
They're always saying like, "Oh, we needed to get this leak out because they're going to leak it first because they're just so smart. They'll just figure things out."
Well, let me tell you why they did this leak. In response to our video that we posted 2 weeks ago.
Of course.
The first thing we see in this Coro leak is the Rockruff evolution.
And guess what? You don't need to, because we already told you over a week before these Coro leaks, Rockruff, along with the starters, are going to have day and nighttime evolution forms.
Yes. 2 evolutions. I don't think it's confirmed.
Well, we do need to clarify that we don't know for sure if they're going to stay in their form based on when they evolve, like an Espeon Umbreon thing, or if they'll actually change with the day and night cycle.
Right. The exact translation says Rockruff evolves into the midday form when bathed in the rays of the sun, and into the midnight form when full of night's power.
Right.
So to me, that doesn't even sound like necessarily at day or at night. It could be something different.
That's true.
Maybe when you use it the most.
Or some kind of held item, one that corresponds with night and day and imbues it with the power of the daylight or moonlight.
Maybe. I mean, it's pretty safe to say evolve it in the day or at the night.
Yeah.
With that being said, sun version's obviously going to be much easier to get the midday form, where moon version's going to be easier to get the midnight form.
Of course.
In Coro, they show us that the midnight form has counter, an attack we've seen.
Right, which is interesting.
It's a pretty standard attack that can go on any Pokemon.
Right, but I mean, could it maybe mean dual fighting type fight, maybe like a fighting
rock fighting? That'd be really cool.
Yeah,
that doesn't exist yet. But the midday form has a move called Excel Rock, which has priority, and that's a brand new move.
That's cool.
It's probably just a rock type quick attack, but that's really good.
Right. It's these moves that lead me to believe that it won't change form. That it'll just be whatever it evolves into.
Right. I think that as well. So as we look at the designs here, and as you look at them on your screen now,
I think they're very cool.
I really like the midday form. Not a fan of the midnight form.
The midnight form looks like the anime character that like goes crazy towards the end of the series, and becomes the bad guy.
Yeah, he looks really cartoony to me.
Yeah,
I like the midday form though.
Midday form looks really cool. I like its name.
Yeah, it's just a really badass wolf.
Yeah. All right, and to continue our trend of rating all of the new Alolan Pokemon, what do you give these each form?
Midday.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 4.
Wow. I give it a 4.
Midnight.
3.5.
You give it a 5?
3.5.
Oh, you can't do 0.5s.
Yeah, you can.
I'll give it a 3.
Okay.
So yeah, we can assume, well, I mean, it's confirmed now that the starters are also going to get the same treatment here.
Yeah.
Which, can't wait to see. Because we have the leaks of the one form.
Yeah, which I think we can assume are probably day.
Yeah. I don't know if we can assume that.
Okay.
Okay, pause.
Recording.
But yeah, it all of them could be either day or night.
Sure.
To me, and it doesn't matter.
Sure.
So that is Rockruff. I guess we'll move on here. The next thing that leaked in CoroCoro was UB02.
UB2 Ultra Beast number 2.
We'll save that for the end of this new section.
Oh wow.
The next thing they reveal in
Wait,
CoroCoro,
whoa, you want to save the whole topic?
the whole
I mean, maybe bring it up
UB02
then later, I would say.
talk. That's a tease.
Sure.
I
to tease again, I have to further on my alchemy theory. I have, I think, a pretty in-depth theory about these UB2s.
Okay, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
Next thing they tell us, which is cool, UB01's name is a mystery.
Yeah.
But has a deep meaning.
Right, because the UB2 names were revealed.
Yes.
Yeah. Which we'll get to again.
I see what you mean. Oh,
the beauty and the we'll get to it.
Okay, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't take this to mean that.
Yeah,
because
because
UB02 has 2 different forms, and that's what those names are specifying which form it is.
Yeah, based on which game you have.
I'm expecting this to mean that UB01's name is Lily.
I'm not, but this is kind of going to get a little bit into what I have to say about the UB2s. So
okay. Another thing they teased in the CoroCoro leak, it says that next issue they're going to reveal the full strength of the Pokemon type Null. Mm-hmm. Good, but we need to know what the hell that thing is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty excited too. So now this is like a Frankenstein monster, and we didn't talk a lot about this last time, but like, did you notice like what Pokemon it could have been taken from?
Mm-hmm. The Vaporeon tail.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the poison legs.
Mm-hmm. But it looks its stance is very Zygarde dog form.
Maybe.
Yeah, Zygarde's apparently an important Pokemon in this game. So
he's a tacked on Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they have to say about type Null.
Yeah.
Because I'm very confused by its presence.
Yeah, we had if I can interject here to
please
throw to @Fangeared, which is our Twitter. We ran a contest recently, which is over now. We gave away an Arceus code. Congrats to the winner, Daniel. We had people tweeting at us with their favorite new Pokemon from Gen 7 that have been announced so far. We had a few for type Null. So
interesting.
Yeah.
Strange.
A couple Mimikyus, couple type Nulls, one Charmiter.
Really?
That was you.
Yeah.
And a Litten. For some reason. The worst of the new starters, but okay.
Agree to disagree. Everyone has their own opinion.
Everyone knows Popley is about to do this. Okay.
Let's move on. because there's more in this Coral leak. It's one of the bigger Coral leaks.
It is.
They dedicated a whole page to the new Pokemon anime,
which is premiering in November in Japan.
Yes. Pokemon Sun and Moon. That's what it's called.
What a title.
And they give a little bit of insight as to what the plot is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So Ash receives a Z-Ring. He meets Tapu Koko. Mm-hmm. And he goes to school, and his goal is to graduate.
Yes. So this, to me, further confirms that there is no adventure to be had, really, because there's no badges.
He's just going to school.
Yeah.
The thing I took out of that is he meets up with Tapu Koko. I think the island spirits are protecting the island. Well, we know they're protecting the island. Mm-hmm. Well, we'll get into it when we talk about the trailer.
Yeah.
Because I have a pretty strong theory.
Sure. Yeah, so this to me is the replacement of what the adventure is supposed to be with instead of badges, he's going to school. Uh-huh. Pokemon also likes to play into trends, and a slice of life high school animes are very popular. So it's part of that as well. But I'm excited to see how this goes. What do you think of the art style?
It looks really cartoony.
Yeah. So a lot of people are very split on this. Some people are saying, "Oh, it's very Studio Ghibli. It looks really cool." But other people are saying, "I really like I did like the old style."
Yeah, I mean, Ash looks a lot younger, which is weird.
He does.
But I don't really care.
Yeah.
I'm pretty neutral to it because they're gonna do what they're gonna do, and
yeah,
I think they're kind of weaning us into it with Pokemon Generations.
Yeah,
where so far so good.
Well, we'll talk about that, of course, in the topic of the show this week.
All right, that's gonna wrap up the Coral leaks.
All right.
So that thing that we promised, there was gonna be a special announcement during the finale of the anime in Japan. It was Pokemon Generations.
Yeah.
This is a series, 18 3 to 5 minute episodes on YouTube, which is going to feature various timeless moments from each generation of Pokemon games.
Yeah, kind of like side stories that you see happening in the games, but you don't get the whole story of. And we got kind of the pilot, which is kind of a trailer for the whole thing of Pikachu going through all the different generations. And we're going to do a full review later, and then the new one, which is from the original games, we'll talk about it at length in the topic of the show.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I think it's a pretty genius idea.
The art style, I think, is really cool in this one, and I do think it's not quite what the new anime is supposed to be.
Not
quite.
I
would prefer this one, I think.
Yeah, but it's somewhere in between the original and the new anime.
Right.
Is this?
Yeah, so that's gonna. You can watch that on the Pokemon YouTube channel every Friday.
Okay, for 18 weeks.
Yeah,
or 17 weeks.
Yeah, and the first one's already out. You can go watch it.
First two.
Yeah, and we're gonna be reviewing and spoiling them, so you should probably do that
soon. The most important piece of news.
They're 3 to 5 minutes long, I should say, for the audience who just rolled their eyes.
Yeah, they're 3 minutes. You could just watch them right now easily.
Yeah, before we even get to it, you watch them both.
I need to move on to the most important part, the most important news of the week.
Let me hear it.
We got Pokemon pixel art stamps on iOS 10.
I'll be damned if I didn't buy it.
Oh, you had to buy it.
These ones are not free. The Mario ones are free.
Okay.
But these ones you have, I think they're $2. And you can only use these with the latest iOS 10 update. Because that's what allows stickers on iMessage.
Right. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I already said it was on iOS 10.
Just in case you forgot, like I did, then there you go.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like I need this so that I can, when I'm really drunk, text the one that says blacked out.
I need this because I really have a hard time expressing myself through regular emojis, and I need Pokemon to do it for me.
Yeah.
I believe most, if not all, are first generation.
It's all first generation.
Yeah.
It's like straight out of Red and Blue version.
Yeah. Which is fine. Pokemon are great.
Yeah. Whatever sells it for them.
Yeah.
Then later in this week, we got the Japanese trailer for the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime.
Yeah. This.
Did you watch it?
I did watch it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. And it's it basically shows what we knew. He goes into class. He gets chased by a Beware, and
Bewares are big.
They're big.
Now I understand.
Not realize how big they were.
Now I understand why they kill you when they hug you.
Yeah, but they just want to be your friend.
Yeah, it's just a little 30-second trailer. It's exactly what the core artwork would lead you to believe it is. And,
right.
It's worth a watch. 30 seconds.
Yeah.
All right. Big news from the week. Pokemon dropped a trailer. Just a minute-long trailer.
Yeah, it was very short.
But they really wanted to give us this information because people may have been misinterpreting what the leaks were telling us.
Right.
So, the UB02 trailer.
Yeah.
So, UB02, we got two forms. We got
Beauty.
Now,
Beauty is in Moon.
Beauty is in Moon, and Absorption, which is in Sun. Let's just talk about them individually as Pokemon right now.
Sure.
Beauty, I like it a lot. It's a super cool design.
Looks good. Of course, it looks a lot like a character that was recently revealed, Lusamine.
Yeah. Not only looks like, but is striking the exact same pose.
Right. We've already mentioned in a previous episode that Lily looks a lot like Ubi-1.
Yeah. I mean, if we don't say it, no one else is going to say it.
It's true. I mean, we're the only ones thinking this.
But yeah, she's like, this Pokemon is like a cool, bug.
It looks like a weird bug, yeah, with a fish outline in the back of it.
Well, that's her hair.
Yeah, but it looks like a fish.
Yeah. It said that it is fast enough to dodge a lightning bolt.
Yeah, which is an edit. Because when they originally posted it, they said it was faster than a lightning bolt. And then for some reason, Pokemon went back and erased the tweet and changed it.
Well, that has to do with the next part of the trailer. But before we get to that, let's talk about Absorption just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So he's a big buff bro.
Super buff. Larry the Lobster.
Also looks bug-like.
Bug-like as well. Yeah, that is interesting.
Even.
Strange. I wonder where that is.
Yeah. Well, and Lily, or UB1, rather.
UB01.
UB01 looks like a jellyfish.
Yeah, interesting. Maybe that's why UB02 has two forms, but they're two different Ultra Beasts, is because they're both bugs.
Not my theory, let me tell you. We're going to get into it. Talk to me in 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, UB02, buff, looking like he's going to knock you out with one hit.
And he's all red and black.
And then suck your blood.
Which might be important, but not for my theory.
Ooh, yeah, I don't know. Similar color schemes to Gladius. This one seems like a stretch to me.
Mm-hmm.
But also makes sense. Those three characters look so similar.
Yeah, they look like they could be related in some way. A lot of people are assuming siblings. I'm going to get into my theory if I could.
Please.
Okay. So, I believe that Lily...
Yes.
And what's his name?
Gladius
are brother and sister.
Okay.
I think Lusamine might be their mom.
The mom.
Mm-hmm. And Ubi-2 is based on Lily and Gladius's dad. And that's why they're the same number.
Okay, so the UB02 Absorption is a character that we don't know yet.
Right.
Okay. That's a good thought.
I think that because Absorption, I mean, I don't think that he really resembles Gladius that much.
Me neither. People are saying because it's red and black.
Yeah.
His clothes are red and black.
Yeah.
As is everyone else in Team Skull.
Right.
So it seems like the weakest of the three.
Right.
But I think we can guarantee that Lusamine is UB02.
I mean, they look exactly the same. Both Lusamine and Lily look very, very similar to their corresponding
Ultra
Beasts. The other one's a little bit of a stretch. That's what leads me to believe we don't know who that is yet. Who the Ultra Beast is. But if it's in the same family line...
Maybe the dad. Okay.
And that's why they're the same number.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. I don't see why that can't be true. I don't think it is, though.
I think it's more likely that they're all siblings, yes. But it's still strange that he doesn't look that much like it. I guess you could kind of pull something from the fact that it's called absorption, and maybe he doesn't start out that big.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
Okay, but here's the next thing I want to get to.
Absorbing and getting bigger.
Here's what I want to get to, though, because the rest of this trailer, after they reveal the names and whatever,
right?
It shows a side by side. So in Moon you get Beauty, and Sun you get Absorption.
Mm-hmm.
They come out of a portal.
Yep.
They land in front of the professor, give him a roar.
Yeah.
And then Tapu Koko swoops in.
Yeah.
To, like, in between the professor and the Ultra Beast.
Mm.
And then we see it's like Tapu Koko's protecting the professor, and then they run at each other, and the Ultra Beast and Tapu Koko are obviously going to do battle here.
Huh. Is it Kukui or is it the other guy?
I think it's Kukui.
It is
The
Kukui?
fat guy, right?
That's not Kukui. Kukui's the actual professor.
Oh yeah, then it's the other guy.
Yeah, because the other guy I think has Tapu Koko. I think that's his Pokemon. Because in the very first battle in the game, it was already revealed that he has it. In the E3 gameplay demo.
I don't remember that, but I believe you.
Yeah.
But it that's kind of a moot point, because the point I'm trying to make is Tapu Koko is one of the 4 guardians of the 4 islands in Alola.
Right.
Why are the Ultra Beasts rivaling with that? Are they trying to destroy the islands?
Well, yeah, I think maybe. I think that they were created by the Ether Foundation.
Oh, yeah. I'd say they obviously were. But
yeah.
my question is, what exactly are Aether's intentions?
Right. I don't... See, that's what... Everyone thinks they're for sure bad.
Yeah.
That's what the general public is. But we talked about this last week.
I didn't think that, but now after this...
Yeah.
I don't see any other explanation. Why would their Ultra Beasts be directly competing with the guardians of the islands?
Exactly. And we talked about this last week where we're like, oh, it's probably one of those things, we're jaded adults and we think everyone's secretly evil. But like but then it doesn't turn out that way. And even that one scene in that trailer from over a week ago when they see the UB1 come out of the portal and they're with Lusamine and they're like, oh, they all look like they're on the same side. Which leads me to my next theory. The portal is to a different dimension in which people who were born as humans were just born as Pokemon.
Whoa.
Yeah.
There's some weird shit going on with these portals, and I think it's impossible to predict.
It seems hard, but there was another theory rolling around about how, like, Pokemon species are, and the fact that there are Alolan forms proves that, like, Pidgey and Fletchling and all the, like, starter birds, like, that you see in the beginning, or, like, Rattata and
Sentret.
Like, right.
Bidoof.
And Bidoof and all them are all just, like, variants of each other.
Well, yeah. I mean, they all come from Mew's DNA. They're all variants of Mew.
Well, right, but then that kind of also could play into, like, do humans fit into that? And in a different universe, could a human have been born instead as a Pokemon?
Yeah, but okay, so what about that one Japanese trailer where we see Solgaleo and Lunala jumping into a similar kind of portal.
That could be part of their psychic typing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which was also an interesting Alolan Raichu theory I heard recently of how the Aether Foundation was trying to conduct experiments about Raichu. And you know how it says in the Pokedex entry online, it says no one really knows how it got its psychic typing. Maybe it was an experiment gone wrong.
Yeah, Aether covered it up.
Yeah.
God, see, this trailer was just to try to show us, look at how badass these Ultra Beasts are.
And there's so much.
There's a lot to it. And it's crazy how, like, the more Pokemon reveals, the more questions we have.
Yeah.
It's really cool how they're building up the hype to this game.
And guess what? We're only 2 months away.
I can't wait that long.
We're like exactly 2 months away.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's crazy. It's crazy. All right, shall we?
We shall. It's time for...
It's a revolving door of Pokemon.
Wow.
Yep, that's right.
Revolving door of Pokemon.
Josh, what Pokemon do we have this week?
Well, of course, as you can see behind us, we are doing that one.
Yeah, so...
Coughing.
Regigigas.
Regigigas!
Yeah, he's got a little cameo.
Getting a telephone call from a bunch of zeros.
That's...
Gotta answer that. Hello.
Who was that? Regigigas. He had a little cameo in Pokemon Generation, so I figured he's an interesting one to talk about. He's a very interesting Pokemon.
Yeah.
Both competitively and backstory.
Yeah, so he used to have a lot of play a couple years ago. This is one of our current champions' favorite Pokemon, actually. Wolf Glix.
It's one of Wolfie Glix's favorite. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. So, all of Regigigas' Pokedex entries. Now, Regigigas is from Generation 4, even though all the other Regis were from Generation 3.
Right.
But the Regis were very mysterious in Generation 3.
You had to go through some convoluted means to get those bad boys.
Yeah, and you never really knew why or what they were.
Yeah.
So in Generation 4...
What's the Whale Lord doing here?
Yeah, you needed a Wailord and a Rowling Kid.
Yeah.
So in Generation 4, they gave us Regigigas. And his Pokedex entry says, his legend states that this Pokemon towed continents with ropes. Now, I get that he's strong, but how strong are those ropes?
It's true. It's a great point. And the answer is very, because he towed continents with them.
Yeah. Some strong-ass rope. And it's also in the Pokedex, it says, it's believed that he has shaped Regirock, Regice, and Registeel out of clay, ice, and magma. So he's the creator of the Regis and also the placer of the continents.
Yeah.
And that's an important part of the Pokemon lore, if I've ever heard it.
Well, yeah, I would say so. Because Pokemon used to exist in a Pangea-esque type of landmass, and now it's Kanto, Johto, Unova, Alola,
Sinnoh, and that's 6.
And there's 7.
Yep. So we got them all.
Yep.
Kalos.
There it is.
So Regigigas, obviously a big, strong boy.
He's a big boy.
His stats: he's got 110 HP, 160 attack, 110 defense, 80 special attack, 110 special defense, and 100 speed for a grand total of 670.
670 base
now
stats.
That sounds overpowered.
Yeah, he's got a big attack.
But let me tell you this. He's got a pretty unique ability here.
Sure.
An ability that takes him out of the Ubers tier, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Slow Start.
Yes.
And what it does is it halves your attack and speed for the first 5 turns of being sent out in battle.
Right. But then once you hit those 5 turns...
You're not going to live for 5 turns. I mean, he's pretty bulky, but Nah, that's not how Pokemon works.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like pretty shitty. It's like makes Regigigas unusable in almost all formats.
Yeah. Used to see some play in the year he came out, but eventually dropped by the wayside in VGC.
I mean, in doubles, I'm sure there's ways to like use him.
Right.
3 protects.
Yeah.
With like I don't know, other stalling moves in between, but
Right.
Species is the colossal Pokemon, yet he's only 12 feet 2 inches.
Not very colossal, if you ask me. Let's talk about his design. What do you think of his
Sure.
design? He's got like tree shoulders.
He's got some tree, some foliage growing on his shoulders and feet.
Right.
Don't really understand what that is.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like maybe he was ripped from the continents themselves.
Maybe, but to me, he looks like a kind of cyborgy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he does. But like maybe he was like trapped in there and he like got pulled out and they had like grown onto him.
Maybe. I mean, that seems like a stretch.
I think it's what happened.
He's got 6 eyes, 2 each for rock, ice, and steel.
Right, because he molded them
out of magma, steel, and ice. I like Regigigas a lot. I think he's maybe one of the more underrated and most forgotten legendary.
Yeah. He's very interesting. He's unique. As a Pokemon, though, not my fave. Not my fave.
For what reasons?
Well, I mean, he's a little boring. He's not very good. Just a normal type. He's not very good. He's not very...
But Josh, he learns Giga Impact at level 100.
That's not even that great. Yeah, he's a cool... I mean, I can see how he can get lost among the legendaries. For sure.
Yeah, but I appreciate that they wanted to wrap up the Reg's storyline.
I give him a 2.5.
I'll give him a 4.
Wow.
I didn't know that we were rating non-Alolan Pokemon.
Yeah, we'll rate him.
Okay. So that's it. That's our revolving door Pokemon.
Should we put him on the cog scale?
No.
Okay.
That's Regigigas. All right.
Now it's time for
topic of the week.
You always say the wrong one every week. Is that just what you do? Is that a thing?
This is my show, and I say it's called Topic of the Week.
Charmactor.
Let's review Pokemon Generations.
We're going to review Pokemon Generations.
That's what I just
Charmactor.
said. Okay, so episode 1. Let me give you this summarization. It's
episode 1 or pilot?
Pilot.
Okay.
It's almost as if you're playing Red and Blue version for a little bit, and then you catch a Pikachu, and it very coolly shifts point of view into an anime.
Yeah.
And you send out your Pikachu, starting in the Viridian Forest from Red and Blue, and Pikachu battles from Caterpie all the way to throughout all 6 generations.
Yeah.
Fighting increasingly more difficult Pokemon.
Were you hoping at the end they would have him fighting an Alola Pokemon?
Yeah.
I was waiting for it.
That would have made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But it's just a montage of Pikachu fighting in each region.
Yeah.
Pokemon that are...
He kind of like the style is like he's like kind of running around and like traveling to all these places, and it's like cut really cool. This one was a really cool kind of like just standalone Pokemon like kind of promotional video, I think, for the games and like their tie-ins with the anime. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was put together really well. I liked how it was cut.
Yeah, definitely.
And it was just really cool to see Pikachu going through the generations like that. Like, and I guess it's a good tease too for what we're going to see with all these.
That's. I think it was the perfect teaser.
Yeah,
got me really excited because when they said it was going to be a like a collection of timeless moments from like all the Generations games. I didn't expect it to be like that, like really like straight out of the regions from the game. Like you see Pikachu going through very specific parts of the games where Ash probably never visits in the animes.
Right.
And that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's your turn to talk.
Let's talk about episode 1.
What? You don't want to talk about the pilot any more than that?
I said what I thought. I think that was a great teaser. I really liked it. It was a really cool kind of like him going through it. I wish it would have ended with the lowland Pokemon, or like maybe he's like he gets to the end and he's like standing in the shadow of like a Beware or something, or like a legendary from the new one, and then it's like what's to come, you know?
Yeah.
But I understand what they're trying to do with this one is like go back.
What do you think about those Whoopers though?
They were cute, but he assaulted them.
I thought it was pretty weird that his Thundershock didn't work on him because Whooper is not a ground type.
Yeah. I was like, oh, it's like he's a ground.
But yeah, anyway, we can talk about episode
the
1.
Whoopers want to chime in. They're splashing around.
Alright, episode 1.
Simmer down, Whoopers.
They're not gonna simmer. Two of them?
There were 3 Whoopers.
Episode 2.
Episode 1.
This is episode 2. So this one is kind of interesting. Just a basic summary here. We get kind of police force talking. They say
it's like a detective agency.
Do you want to do it?
So this follows the detective agency that is investigating Team Rocket at Silph
Head of Team Rocket, Giovanni.
Right.
Specifically.
Right. So this is the point in Red and Blue when you're in Saffron?
No, this is after you get the 8th badge.
No, but they show the part where they infiltrate the casino first.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, so they start in the casino because that's where they're like, because that's the part when you're in there and you talk to the detective in the game, and he says, "Shh, I'm investigating. This is supposed to be the like a front for Team Rocket or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Don't talk to me or whatever."
Okay.
So that's the detective that we're following in this.
Right, and then the bulk of the episode here takes place kind of after the events of Red and Blue version. Mm-hmm. It's basically like a SWAT team armed with SWAT Pokemon.
Yeah, including a Machamp, an Arcanine, and a Growlithe.
And a Magnemite.
Yeah, which was cool. We'll get to that.
And they're basically just once they find out that Giovanni is fronting as the gym leader of Viridian, they bust in and try to find him, and he's not to be found.
Yeah. So they said that he gave out 2 gym badges,
which is Red and Blue,
which of course we know are Red and Blue, and
Ash and Gary.
No.
Depending on what you named your character.
Yeah. All right. So Josh and Ass.
Scandalous.
Yeah. So he gave out 2 badges. Okay. So let's talk about the Pokemon they use. So they use a Magnemite to like hack the electric lock.
Genius.
So it's pretty cool how they like are using Pokemon, and that we talked about this in one of the episodes too, how they're going to start using Pokemon more practically in Sun and Moon. Like Blastoises can put out fires, Charizards can fly people around, and that can be like a business. And so it was really cool to see them using the Magnemite to put one of its magnets on the keypad and then turned its other magnet around, and that was like it, like figuring it out.
Classic R2-D2 moment.
It's pretty cool.
And then the Machamp was there to just punch
literally
down
punch
random
a wall.
walls.
And then the Arcanine blasted a hole through, melted the wall. It's like dripping down.
I wanted one of those Pokemon to bust through the wall and then it just pan over to like the crew just opening a door right next to it.
That classic scene.
Yeah, because I mean, geez, did they really need him for that?
Yeah, it was very strange. So, what do you think of this?
I thought it was really interesting. Mm-hmm. Very good way to maybe wrap up Giovanni's storyline.
Sure.
At the end, they kind of just say he kind of just disappears forever after that.
Right.
We may see him again in another episode.
Yeah. So, I think stylistically, this one was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked the tone of it. It was a little bit more grown up while still being like, a kid could watch this. It's just like kind of like a pseudo noir, like animated, like detective story.
Yeah.
Overall, nothing happened in it at all. They'd go like the whole thing is them getting into the thing, and no one's there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
But we see Giovanni outside afterwards.
Yeah. And he walks away.
Yeah, and gives the exposition.
We had the exposition. We knew it was Giovanni.
Yeah, but he gives the exposition of like he quit being the gym leader after giving out 2 badges, and then disappeared forever.
Yeah, because they knew that they were on his trail.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was cool. I really liked that they were lifting a story that was kind of like not so forefront from Pokemon Red and Blue. And doing it here, I would have liked to see a little bit more resolution.
Okay, I'll allow it. Yeah, I like the tone of it as well. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what other styles they go with.
Mm-hmm.
They're not all going to be detective
of course.
shows.
Yeah. So 18 episodes, 6 generations.
So we got 3 from each.
3 from each.
That's cool. Yeah.
I'm excited to see where this goes. So this is a short little web series, mini series, 3 to 5 minutes long. So, I would like to see more resolution from future ones. But I have a feeling they're just going to be like, remember this part in this game? Here it is in animated form.
Yeah, but I like that because that's what I always felt was lacking from the real animes.
Parts from the game.
No.
Our producer wants to step in.
Guest spot?
You don't think it's continuing?
No, I don't think it's going to continue.
That to me felt like the next episode is going to be a continuation right after that.
No, I'm pretty sure it isn't.
Really?
Yeah.
What makes you think that?
Because just of how they're...
They go in, don't find him. Oh well.
Yeah, I think that's why I was disappointed with it.
I don't think.
I don't think it's going to continue.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll see. Also, I don't know if it's picking me up. Can it hear me?
Yeah, a little bit. You're like classic Owen situation.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of.
I was going to say Kevin from Kind of Funny.
I just want to say this is like the first time where we've actually seen like the world of Pokemon that's not just about the Pokemon. Where
sure.
It's like,
if you're going to have a full-on discussion, you may as well just come stand over here while you say.
No, it's okay.
The framing's going to be bad. This is all I wanted to say. It's just
yeah.
interesting that like if there was a world where Pokemon existed, it would look more like that,
right?
Than the other Pokemon games. Like that's just like people are very focused on raising the Pokemon, but life would go on as like
true.
This.
Not everybody's a 10-year-old Pokemon trainer.
Exactly. Right. Well, that's what we're saying is
master.
they're focusing more on with Sun and Moon, where Pokemon with their practical purposes are being put to work, basically, or like
and you're not just trying to become the Pokemon master.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably. Same with the anime. Ash is trying to graduate, not trying to collect the badges.
Yeah. So, I think this is kind of a new, like, we're supposed to be looking at Pokemon in a new way in this new generation, both with the anime and the game. And they're reflecting that in the Pokemon Generations web series.
It's about time.
It's about time. Speaking of about time...
It's about time to wrap this up.
So, Tommy.
Yeah.
First 2 episodes, Pokemon Generation.
5.
5
out of 6.
Out of 6. So close. All right, so this is a 6-point scale.
It's whatever we want it.
So we can have different scales.
Sure.
All right. First one I thought was really cool. I really liked it a lot. Second one left me wanting a little bit more, but overall I really liked the style. I'm going to give it a 3.
Out of 6?
4.
Okay. Alright, that's going to do it for this episode of Critical Chit.
Chat. Sorry, I was swallowing these.
Remember to come back next week for more of that, as well as more news, another Pokemon analysis, as well as another topic of the week.
Yeah, Charmander loves you. Remember that always.
As do we.
And we'll see you next week.
Goodbye.